We're now officially into the back half of the year, and most importantly, July has brought us a return of military bombing to make my representation of month image more eye-catching. On the music front, it was a pretty good month, but not one which has been full of super interesting commentary. Basically, everything here is a genre exercise that I liked, so there aren't that many X factors to really highlight or gush about. It's just a bunch of really nice riffs that sound nice. As such, I really want to pad this intro out, but sadly, I'm not a life blogger, so let's just dig in. Number 6. Iron Firmament, In the Land of Pre-Human Kings. Sometimes I like some Instagram black metal. Iron Firmament aren't a particularly crazy one. I tend to vibe with the bands that are really going over the top with it, either by being really grindy and violent like the best Hayford band stuff, or more hyper-melodic and nimble like Conifer. But Iron Firmament are a pretty mid-paced, friendly and melodic affair that I usually wouldn't go for. But for whatever reason, yeah, I dig this. I'm really struggling to identify why this one lands so much for me. Like with Black Silis last month, I was at least able to point out the use of smaller cymbals to give the backing blast a little bit more colour and a point of focus amongst all the vibes. This one isn't doing anything unusual. It's just really nice sounding and well put together. Number 5. Scasm, Punished by Disembowelment. This one is on a similar theme of just doing the thing really well, but at least this isn't an unexpected piece of enjoyment for me. Scasm are one of the more compelling recent Slamdequin additions to the new Standard Elite roster, and this one is pretty rock solid. It blasts, it slams, it gurgles. I've covered a bunch of these things, and it doesn't really have any extra notes beyond that. It's just good. It's definitely one of the better ones. I remember their demo being quite a bit grindier and filthier, but this more direct violence model still works for them. It's maybe a little bit too slammy given it still has a Turbo Blastfest duration, but yeah, this is new Standard Elite Core, so you shouldn't be expecting long albums. I really don't have anything else to say about it, really. The sample is coming up now. It sounds like the sample. Number 4. Cryptworm, Infectious Pathological Waste. Cryptworm are a band that I enjoy more than I think I should. They play a pretty basic style of throwback death metal that there's a lot of and that I don't tend to go super crazy for. I don't think they're very good songwriters or even particularly great riff crafters most of the time. They're in that kind of knuckle-draggy and simplified, faster half of cyanide style of chuggy basicness, which is a fine style, but it's not one I tend to champion much. They do blast a lot for this type of thing, since I don't think many people would call this particularly fast or brutal, and obviously their vocalist is very good with a very deep gurgling burp style, but I don't think they have the absolute mammoth sound which pushes something like Undergang to the next level for me, nor do they have particularly agile songwriting to inject a lot of momentum shifting or surprises. They'll sit at a single tempo or even a single riff for an extended time. It's lots of light-hearted, bouncy chugging with some more noodly licks that never let up on the grooving. But I don't know. I like it here. It avoids ever really feeling plotty like a lot of stuff in this sphere can do. I guess the static nature of trying to extract as much toe-tapping time out of every single riff does mean that every time they drop in a demilic riff, it is more unexpected. But overall, I think I just like burps and cyanide riffs. Number 3. Goatcraft, Barbed Wire Doctrine. Back when I did my video on war metal-y death metal, I closed off with a bit of a note about how the more traditional stuff was feeling a lot more energized in recent years after a solid decade or two of pretty low-effort goatfucker stuff. Goatcraft is a good representation of this bounce back. This Norwegian group are a bunch of younger lads coming through, but they're rejecting the overt death metal lean of the modern scene and leaning more into the space of revenge and black witchery. They're consistently very fast, very blasty, primitive black metal stuff with boundless energy. Beyond just sounding really goddamn good and attacking the genre with narrow-minded, battering speed, the big appeal is certainly in the vocals. They're very wet-sounding, scraping rasps which dominate the mix, and I think they sound utterly fantastic. They don't have the variety of Coscrad which I praised the vocals on earlier in the year, but as far as raw, single-tone vocal performance goes, this is one of the best I've heard all year. Basically, it does this in 15 minutes. If you're into it, you should be into this. Number 2. Desecracy, The Secret of Death. Desecracy are the least creative band to ever exist, so you know what this sounds like if you've ever heard them once. It's one of the Sluggerthor guys who just kept going after they broke up with an endless spam of the same type of dark, mid-paced rhythmic churning with lots of little Fin Death noodly lead riffs to break it up. They're a little doomier and moodier as opposed to the bolt thrower driving, but it's really all just the same shit. This is the 9th time he's done it, and no, he hasn't randomly changed it up. With that said, he is one of the dudes from Sluggerthor, and he's really damn good at it. I really like the tone on this one. It's very heavy and large sounding, while a lot of the Desecracy stuff can lean a little bit too far into the vibey and atmospheric for me. This is a little bit more direct, while of course keeping the exact same songwriting mindset intact, and I quite like it, like always. This one really is just a I like how it sounds pick, because there are so many examples of this type of music by this guy alone. But hey, I like how it sounds. I think it's one of the better of the 9 albums they've done, but I mean, if you've burned out on getting the same album 9 times, I totally understand that. I still think it's cool though. Number 1. Katie, Limitations of the Human Form. I have said a few times that these lists aren't specifically metal and metal adjacent can cut it, but I don't think that it's actually come up yet. Maybe I've mentioned some borderline grind or something, but yeah, I have been including metallic non-metal or just generally heavy things. I just haven't had any reach the cutoff. Well now, I damn well have. Beyond having a name that I'm almost certain that I'm pronouncing wrong, Katie are a very aggressive metalcore band with some neo-crusty and screamo-y bursts of dramatic melody. Think like a slightly less grinding Orchid with some neo-crust passages and a degree of mathy stronkiness and some parrot vocals. This isn't my most well-trodden style of music, but I really like this one a lot. It's violent, catchy, detailed, and overwrought all at once. It's hard to point out any specific element that it's excelling on. Every part of the band is about at the same level of quality, so it moves around a lot but never feels like a downgrade. It could be argued that this also means that there aren't many stylistic sections that you're specifically looking forward to, but hey, enjoying all of it all the time is a decent trade-off. So I'm a little bit late on delivery, but that was my July. I usually pride myself on being able to extract a little bit of extra analysis even in these short couple of paragraph summaries, but yeah, this was basically all just bands doing their genre well. This is actually one of my most consistently highly rated months that I've done so far, so I'm kind of annoyed at myself for being so subpar in the sales pitches. My next big project is yet again very close, with only about 30 more bands to check out. For real this time, I'm not adding any more to the queue. I would have pushed it back another month, but given my last quick and easy interlude video ended up being like 32 minutes long, I'm just going to start recording and hope that nothing that I'm yet to listen to causes major rewrites. Wish me luck. It may still take me more than the month to put it all together, but I guess we'll see.